Who are the biggest winners and who are the biggest losers of 2024 in MLB? Starting out with the losers and starting out a little controversial, we have the New York Yankees, as they lost in the World Series and they were called out for being such a terrible fundamental baseball team and basically harassed by the Dodgers, who beat them in the World Series. That's just embarrassing. They also lost Juan Soto to their little brother New York Mets, and the Marcus Stroman contract was horrible. And although they pivoted well after losing Soto, the bad outweighs the good in my opinion, even if they made the World Series. The Miami Marlins literally fired their entire coaching staff and everyone involved in the organization. That's literally enough, that's all I have to say, but they also spent $0 in the offseason. However, they did make a couple of good trades. If you're a Marlins fan, you can hang your head on that. The Baltimore Orioles got swept in the postseason for the second year in a row, and they got a new owner and still didn't spend. They signed Tyler O'Neill and Charlie Morton instead of Anthony Santander and Corbin Burns. Also, they made terrible trades, like Trevor Rogers, who had a 7 ERA in Baltimore, and they traded away 2 top 100 prospects for him as well. Also, Jackson Holliday looked terrible in his first season in MLB, and that's just rough. And obviously, the Chicago White Sox are a loser in 2024 because they lost the most games of all time in Major League Baseball history. They also traded away Garrett Crochet, their best player, and Luis Robert is just bad at baseball now. Now moving on to the winners, the Kansas City Royals went from 100 losses in 2023 to the playoffs in 2024. Bobby Witt Jr. fully broke out into superstardom, and Cole Ragans, Seth Lugo, and Michael Wacha all looked great as well. They even won a playoff series against Baltimore, and overall, it was just a very good year for the Kansas City Royals. The Los Angeles Dodgers obviously have to be winners, as they won the World Series and signed Shohei Ohtani, who went on to having the first 50-50 season ever. Along with that, Teoscar Hernandez was also great and returned, Freddie Freeman was insane in the postseason, breaking records, and the Dodgers also added Blake Snell to their World Series winning roster, and they just sign whoever they want. It's just insane what they've been doing. The New York Mets had a terrible first half of 2024, then pop star Jose Iglesias and Grimace from McDonald's came and literally revived them from the dead, and then they ended up making it to the NLCS and then adding Juan Soto a couple of months later. Yeah, that's an awesome year for the New York Mets. And finally, the Detroit Tigers. Everyone broke out in the second half of the season, and they made the playoffs when no one expected much, including a triple crown season from their ace Tariq Skubal. That's a year of success.